Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone Rukowell. Salutation to the Akions who preach in his truth in sincerity, to the four corners of the Arataza, to the Akwats, the one to Akwats who listen and learning, to the speckled Israelites, who scattered to the four corners of the earth also, who looking like the heathens, but are Israelites. They brother Howard from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp.
The brother Yakal. Brother Yahardan.
Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai. As we see in this video, I'll play the clip and I'll get the name of the video, after I play this clip. And this going in trend over the weekend, So I'll play the clip here and I'll bring out the name of the video.
That's fucking massive.
Yeah, so as I see, is a Jake, a 17-year-old, and his 3-year-old sister, and I think it's a 15-year-old sister, a 3-year-old. Yeah, 3 siblings. I think that 3-year-old girl, a 15-year-old girl, and a 17-year-old brother. The 3-year-old and the 15-year-old and burning in the house, and the 17-year-old trapped by burglar proof and trying to escape, but he cannot come out. Yeah, he trapped by the burglar proof, so he can't escape. So the fire is blazing and he's getting burned, so people are trying to blow him with fire extinguisher and spraying him with hose. But the fire the fire destroy him. The fire is the name of the video. You cannot escape judgment. You cannot escape judgment when the day of the Lord come. And this is a showing you, this is just a little peek, how when all hell break loose, how we gonna be. Because a lot of houses gonna be set on fire, because all hell gonna be breaking loose on the whole, So I'm gonna play all this clip and then we'll bring on scriptures. I know this video will be edifying to the spirit and power of Hashem Yahushai. So as you see, they give up. They give up on them because the fire was, the fire was too hot to handle. So when this day come, as we know, it will be too hot for everybody to handle, because as I say in the book of Jeremiah 30 verse 7, it says, alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. So that day we're talking about is when all hell is about to break loose on the face of the earth. As the scriptures say, the earth haven't seen this kind of destruction we're gonna come on the face of the earth. That's what we're paraphrasing. Because all hell will be breaking loose. Spirits gonna be on rampart on the face of the earth. These unclean spirits, and these wicked drakes, these heathens, will be slaughtering, and it's gonna be like a madman spending on the same way. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, so that even the time go back into these times we're living in, was about to come. Because we don't see just now they go down and bring the so-called cure magnetory. We don't see, we don't knowing that they had a FEMA comes. We don't having that they're having all they're pushing their agenda. And that was bringing back their making America great again. It's paying the Jakes in slavery once again, paying us under their order, And when that time come, all hell will be breaking loose, because the Lord will let loose the sword, and we know the sword. The sword is Esau, Edom, So all these Jakes, and the Lord will be stirring up all these Jakes, them militias and the black militias, and it could be all hell will be breaking loose. All the prisons will be a riot. You got people all these safety officers will be leaving the prison, and all these murderers and rapers who in jail for 30 and 40 years, who never touch a woman, will be coming and raping from my side and killing from my side.
Because it's going to go to fulfill the prophecy in Second Ezra 15, because we know that prophecy is a serious prophecy when it say they're gonna have to take their authority in their own hands. That's roughly paraphrasing, right? So that time are coming gonna be totally different. It's gonna be a chaos on the earth, right? And the only way you can really abide in all that chaos is if you in the truth, right? Because referring to Psalm 91, when you go into Psalm 91, the Lord say 1,000 gonna die at the right hand and 10,000 at, you're gonna see 10,000 thousands dropping, right? But none shall come near you. And that does talk about the elect and the 1/3. Right?
So let me just finish it out. It say, but he shall be saved out of it. So and this line up, and what is lining up out, and now he go back to who? The elect. I go back to the 144,000 elect men, go add to the women and the children, to the 1/3. So it say, but he shall be saved out of it. So let's go line up with Revelation 3 and 10. It say because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this hour going back into Jacob's trouble, when all hell will be breaking loose. You understand? When judgment come, where shall you run? Where shall you go? Where shall you hide? You understand? It have no place to go when all hell is about to break loose. You cannot escape judgment. And that is the better name for it. You cannot escape judgment. Because when the day of the Lord, as we know, is darkness and it's not light. You can bring out the Amos, the bear and the serpent. Yeah, you can bring it out on my phone one time. You can go down and break it down. Yeah, so hey, we knowing as you see that Jake, get caught up in that burglar proof and cannot escape, and nobody cannot help him. That why we will go down into that Jeremiah just now and show that he have nobody saving nobody in that time to bury the dead. It even had time to bury the dead. Chapter 5 and 20. Yeah, it could be that timing, as we know it. You will see all these women who have on short skirt and tight up pants and all these things. You will see them have on curtains. They have curtains wrapped around them. You understand? They cover from head to toe. You understand? Because why they revealing themselves no more? Their pride is taken away in that time, because they have nobody to help them. They're not Sleazy E and his system was going back to the police force and all these laws the poor to come and lock up nobody, because down to the police and all too, we might be raping the same way. Because some sick fucking police officers who just care with and these jakes and these heathens in the army. You understand? And these jakes, especially for the news of the heathens, they can't wait to come and start to rape some of these women when war start to take place. You understand? So all hell will be breaking loose. It could be people breaking in people's house and looting. You understand? And they could be tying you up and looting your house and raping your daughter and raping your wife and killing you in front of your wife and killing your daughter in front of you. All hell will be breaking loose when time come. Breaking in grocery stores, parlors, wherever you name it. All hell is and you could be having dog fight. You can having these gang members fighting against the police. All hell will be breaking loose, boy. As we know it, you can't escape judgment when that time come. Where you gonna run to go? Where you gonna hide? Let's see if I get a scripture here. Right. I'll start from right. You can start. Yeah, you can read now.
This is the book of Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. right? Because a lot of people desire any day of the Lord, you understand? They're waiting for the Lord to come. But they who desire any day of the Lord, you understand? They who not, and you're not really doing nothing for the Lord, you're not really in this truth, you understand? You're not really upholding the truth, you're not really doing nothing, right? So you desire any day of the Lord, and the scripture go on to say, to what end is it for you? Because what end you going to come out, you know, when the Lord reach? What is your portion when the Lord reach? What you was doing while the Lord was tarrying to come? You understand? You was preaching, you was cleaning yourself, you was getting yourself ready. You understand? You wasn't doing none of the above. So when it said to what end is it for you? Most likely it's thermonuclear fire. Most likely it's fervent heat, as the scripture say. You understand? Most likely it's fire. Right?
You know, we knowing it could be dread judgment on that day. You know, so was the end for you? Great judgment, great soul destruction. It said the day of the Yahweh is darkness and not light. You know, as we know that it say as if a man did flee from a lion, so you could flee from Venezuela, come to Trinidad, right? So you flee from a lion in Venezuela, and a bear meets you, come to Trinidad, feeling all things is good. And we've seen all of the northern kingdoms across here right now, a good bit of northern kingdoms. You know, I ain't had the number, but a few thousands, you know, across here right now. Hey, and they're feeling, hey, they in heaven, they calling Trinidad little young paradise, the northern kingdom, calling Trinidad young little paradise. You understand? Because they eating and they drinking and they sending money for their family, but they knowing that the Lord is about, you know, to bring judgment to Trinidad and Tobago. A dread judgment is about to come down on the face of the earth same way too. It say a bear that have met him. It say and went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So hey, he got answer right. He go flee from Trinidad and they will go Barbados. You know? And when they go Barbados, is one time is a disaster, one time bomb dropping, one time is famine, one time is pestilence. So no matter where you run, no matter where you go go underground and all too, you're gonna get put to death. You can try to fly, especially Esau Edom. You try to fly up in the sky and all too, even the Egyptians want to follow Esau Edom. Try to fly up in the sky and all to go and get judgment coming down straight to the face of the earth. You gonna get judged from the heavens straight, from the up in the firmament straight down to the surface of the earth. You understand? Straight down to the ground. That show you can't run, you can't hide, you can't even go in a submarine or go on the ground and anywhere you go, and you sit high anyway, you're gonna get your judgment. That's why the Lord say, hey, is none like it. You know that they are Jacob's trouble. You know? And going back to the hour of temptation same way, when the holy world shall be tried. You know? So I wanna, you have anything there? Huh? Yeah, I'll bring it out now.
Topic. Right, so we'll bring out a piece up here in the book of 2 Peter. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. And I'll start from verse 10. Let's say, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away. I mean, the heavens represent the rulership that is ruling right now. Right? Let's say, with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and all the works that are therein shall be burned up. You understand? So all the works that in this place going to be burned up. The heavens, which is the rulership, and it's with a great noise, because a lot of people going to be bawling, wailing, and gnashing their teeth, as the scripture say. A lot of people going to be crying and bawling, because just look at the video what we was playing before in the video. You understand? The boy trying to crawl under the burglar proof and couldn't come escape. So just like how you see that picture, they picture the day of the Lord, when the whole earth become an oven. You understand, as the scripture say?
Malachi 4:1.
Right, as Malachi 4:1, and you can bring it out after. But as just picture the earth being like an oven. Picture everybody being burned up. And when the Lord say with a great noise, and the elements shall melt, meaning everything. Them chariots coming with fervent heat. You understand? Not concentrate heat, not the fire that it have down here, that burning simple. Right? Fervent heat that melting away. Your car, everything, your house, everything melting away. You understand? And it say, with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. You understand?
So hey, and I'm gonna bring out the scripture that's touching, we're gonna because everything, what happened back then is not new under the sun. It's coming back coming back on the face of it again. Because it's not new under nothing new, no new thing under the sun. You understand? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 19, verse 7. It read, and I will make void the counsel of Judah and Jerusalem in this place, and I will cause them to fall by the sword. So hey, this is going back in the days, you know, when Jerusalem, you know, they get conquered, you know. But hey, it's not new under the sun, you know. These go back to these 2/3, these wicked 2/3. You understand? Of course, breaking the laws, statutes and commandments of Yahweh Hashem ain't coming back to your heritage. You're gonna get judged, you know. And only the elect will get saved out of it. You understand? In this time when the Lord come, he coming to save the whole nation of Israel. The Lord have a remnant he coming to save. You know, as we know, he say, you know, 137 and 230 going to get, you know, destroyed. You know, it say, and I will cause them to fall by the sword before their enemies. So who's the sword and who's our enemy? Esau, Edom, and these other nations. You know, so these other nations will be coming on the same way too, because they know that we are the chosen people of the face of the earth. You know, and they know that because of us, Yahweh Hashem is judging them, especially the elect men. That's why they're going to be looking for the saints and the prophets and the Most High to come and to prosecute them. Because they're going to say, this is the men causing all these plagues, pestilence, destruction, famine, you know, on the face of the earth. Let's say, and by the hand of them that seek their lives, which we know is Esau, Edom, you know, and these other nations, say, and their carcasses will I give to the meat, to be meat for the fowls of the heavens. So hey, I go back to all these Kobo, and as I always say in all my videos, in that timing, Kobo them gonna get teeth. Kobo is gonna get teeth. You know, they will be smiling at each other because why? Yahweh Hashem is feeding them. Feeding them the wicked carcasses of these wicked 2/3. You know? All these women who proud and have a little fake ass and a little fake tits, you know, and feel like they so on top and they level with a man and a man had to stoop to them and all this shit. You understand? They gonna get put to death. You understand? They gonna get a sword judgment from Yahweh Hashem. That's why you say rise the human at our ease. Right now they at fucking ease. You understand? Because why Esau Edom laws had them proud and up high. But that day, Yahweh Hashem and bring them low as the dung as dung. You know? That's why we can jump in Jeremiah 16:1 to talk about these women who be a child. So continuing in verse 7, it say, and for the beasts of the earth. So don't tell them dogs. Don't tell your potong you have in your yard, your Rottweiler, your pit bull, you know, your so-called pet who you're feeding and then getting feed that day. When it have one plate of food and he hungry, he gonna bust your fucking throat. He gonna forget you because his survival instincts gonna kick in to fuck you up. You understand?
Let's go back to you can bring out Revelation 19.
Can I bring out that? Let me see. I'll bring it out Revelation 19.
17.
17?
19,
17. Well, you go bring it out and you go break it out. Everybody dancing, right?
You can. This is Revelation 19 and verse 17. It says, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. Right? So Yahweh Hashem right, sending the angels now to pour these vials. Right? And when he pouring out these vials is all the fowls of the air, and as the brother say in the scripture before and all too, all these animals, all these pets, right? Yahweh Hashem putting the spirit on them to just destroy these wicked jakes and all these heathens and all too.
Okay.
It said that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them. Yeah, so these animals and them, you can see them, you can watch them, you gotta run, because when you see a dog, you gonna be no normal dog.
Okay.
You gonna be see no normal dog, them gonna look big like them Great Dane and them is be seeing.
Can so like yeah, it could be like the movie I Am Legend.
Can
you see the dogs with the you know the zombies them Lego, them some vicious dogs. You understand? They wanna eat your food. You understand? And continue that.
Yeah. It's and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of the horses, and them that sat on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great.
So everybody gonna get on that day. You know, your pastor, you know, your minister, you know, your president, you know, your queen, whoever you call them, they is gonna get judged. They're gonna get a sore judgment by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because the Lord say He made a lot of things for vengeance. You know, teeth of wild beasts is for vengeance. So in that day, that all the Lord vengeance, especially death, is gonna come and take hold of all these wicked jakes and even these heathen nations. You know, it's only the elect will get saved out of when all hell is about to break loose. And it's saying Jeremiah 3:7. So I want to bring out this scripture here in Jeremiah. What I was going to bring out, I go down a little bit in it. Jeremiah 16:1. I will go down to these women who feel proud. As I say, a brother do a video, took a young sister, she got a dream, you know, and it's a good thing she covered her head. And she was crying in the dream that she get the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That we know that is our strong tower in that day to deliver us from trouble, to deliver us from destruction, to deliver us from when the sword comes down on the same way. You know? So that's why we had to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and give Yahweh Hashem Yahushai our all. That's why we had to be diligent and push this work. Push this word. You know, feed my sheep, as Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say. You know? So I want to go down into the book of Jeremiah 16:1. It said, the word of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughter in this place. You know, because with this place we call it right now, it's Sodom and Gomorrah, modern day Egypt. You know, and everybody have drink the wine, or she abomination, she filthiness, you know, all that witchcraft, all that homosexual shit, you understand? All the blasphemy, all everything, you know, all the riches, everything they suck off of the wicked, you know. So in that day, you understand, the Lord will be talking about all these wicked jakes who multiplying and want a chamber and breed the hatred and literature and there. They come like they're just breeding food for them to eat. You know? Yeah, and even sticks for the fire, as the brother say, yeah. You know? Full straight, say, for thus said Yahweh, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them, in this land, they shall die grievous death.
They shall die of grievous deaths. They say they shall not be lamented. You understand? Why they gonna die? Because first thing they non-believing. They didn't put their trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right. They didn't focus on all the energy on the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, seeking the inheritance. You understand? Seeking their lineage, trying to find out who they is. They were comfortable in this place. You understand? And that's why we always tell the Akim and try to let the Akim know we can't be comfortable in this place. Right. We have to make sure that we uncomfortable. Yeah, you have to eat, see about your bills and your family. But within all that, do get comfortable. Always remember the Lord. Don't forget to do videos. Try to focus, you know, as the brother was saying in a video earlier, conquer in flesh. Because we always get caught up in this flesh. You understand? Everybody does get caught up in the flesh sometimes, but we shake it off. Because now is not the time to feel we get caught up in the flesh. Now is the time closer than ever. Right? So I'm going to bring a scripture in Revelation here. But the Lord described in Revelation who He going to deal with here. Because you know the elect and the wanted going to be saved. But then after the Lord described who the fire going to burn. There's the book of Revelation chapter 21, and I'll start from verse 8. It says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters. But when you really look at it, that's going into a lot of people. That's going into a lot of listing. You understand? Abominable going into a lot of different things. You understand? Giddy gays, you understand? Murderers, all who get locked up for rape, whoremongers. You understand? Sorcerers, all the witchcraft taking place, as the brother was saying before. You understand? The idolaters who worshiping all different kind of things. You are Jake, but you in the people in the people temple worshiping Mother Lakshmi.
And mosque.
You understand? All that the Lord killing people for. You think that the Lord doing the killing? So you think that the Lord just killing for no reason? The Lord, everybody had their own reason. The Lord had his own reason why everybody died. You understand? And it say, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire. You understand? All of them. It say, and brimstone, which is the second death. And it even have a scripture that say, for he that fear the Lord and he that doing the will of the Lord will escape the second death. You understand? And we know that that's what we heading for. We heading to escape that second death. And if we had to die, we die for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But we don't wanna die as a whoremonger or unbeliever or a murderer or a sorcerer or idolater. We don't wanna die doing none of this wickedness. You understand? Because we was already in the world experiencing all this wickedness and we not into that anymore.
Okay.
You understand? So anybody have anything?
Yeah. Was it being
42 and 17.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 42. 42 verse 17. Yeah, bring it on now.
Yeah, this book of Jeremiah 42 and verse 17. It says, so shall it be with all men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. He said, they shall die by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence, and none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. Yeah, because if you want to obey the laws and the scriptures and statutes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, this is what the Most High have in store for you. Thermonuclear fire, as the brother was saying. Right, and all these plagues that coming up upon the face of the earth, this so-called pandemic and all too, all this here, all that's happening right now is prophecies, right? And that's what the Most High have in store for you wicked jakes that don't want to turn back from your wicked ways. Verse 18, it says, for thus saith the Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, as my anger and my fury had been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you, when ye shall enter into Egypt, and ye shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach, and ye shall see this place no more. Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, that was true because we don't know in that hey, and we know Babylon the Great is Solomon, Egypt. So we ain't gonna be seeing Babylon no more because you're gonna get destroyed by like 2 more nuclear fire. They gonna get a dread destruction. So let's see if I can find this precept here. Alright, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. You know, it say, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. So, hey, we're not talking about this place we're living in right now. You know, as the brother was saying, whoremongers, murderers, you know, bisexual, all these filth, you know, witchcraft, sorcery, you understand, liars, you understand, whoremonger, all these things, you know, upon the face of the earth, because that's why it say, the day of Noah, it could be as the day of Noah, so it could be the coming a man be a house shy. When that day when he come, it could be as the days of Noah. They could be eating and drinking and giving in marriage, and all these filth could be on the face of the earth same way, because it could be the earth is greatly polluted, you know. So where you think if the earth greatly polluted, it are the Lord saints on the face of the earth who you want to deliver out of this and destroy this place. Because the Lord say, hey, destroy the first death was the flood, and the second death is coming going and be the thermonuclear fire. Yes, and the elect will be saved out of it. Out of the second death, we will be the first fruit in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? We could be, you know, reading with Yahweh Shai. His governmental structure we can set forth around the earth, which is we know as the earth, you know, and we even going to be in different universes and beyond, you know, because we can't even explain the kind of gifts and the kind of blessing we going to get for Yahweh Hashem for doing his work, because we laboring right now. That's why he say when he come, his reward is with him. You understand? So for who that labor, you know. So it say it shall destroy you. So how it shall that destroy you? Because when you mourn, that's why I was saying just now, they put it in the flesh, being in this world, boy. Being in this world, we living in this flesh is sometimes I had a curse with a proud spirit. You understand? You might think about the past and what you do. He was a wicked nigga. You understand? He was a wicked chick. You understand? And that old man right there always knocking at the door because the Lord is praying, send it through your temptation, through your troubles. You know, you just go through your little time. And it's a grateful thing to go through your little temptation because you know the Lord dealing with you. But when you go through, the Lord will test you in your anger, how meek he is, how honest he is, how true he is. All these things the Lord will test you with to see how you go through your trials, how you're going to take it. You understand? If you take it shaky and you realize that you don't get caught up in that whole movie, in the whole midst, and you end up doing something off while in the midst because you didn't jump over your hurdle, you end up falling and tripping and busting your head, you're going to end up in shit, and the shit is shitty end of the stick. Then you're going to realize, wait, you know, I should have never really do this. You know, I should have never really do that because they didn't use wisdom at that time because why you're too much in the flesh. They even go to me right now too, as I talking here. I go down in some fasting and some praying same way. Because the time we get in, it's the time to be working all the time and thinking, I reproof myself, you understand? That's why brothers had to see in the video tell me, but hey, Salakia, I had to pour more works because hey, the Lord tell me, the Lord gave me this, before I even come to this shoot, the Lord tell me, hey, go and wake up my people in 2016, you know? And I went back in the world and the Lord cut mass and bring me in this truth because he wanted me to be here. You know, I was predestinated to be here to warn the flock and to wake up the elect. You know? So, you know, it's a lucky attack. All the Akiam time I push more work. You know? And I go to all the Akiam same way. You know? A man having a conscience is a man of the Lord. To reproof himself and correct himself and because the Lord is watching you. And then you get yourself caught up in a movie and you don't know how you end up in this movie. Because you're too much in the flesh. You're pleasing the flesh, so spirits will come at you. You understand? It might be a woman who acting like, you know, she have no man and go on to you and you really thinking she have no husband and all these things. You end up in the house. And the husband is a policeman, end up in the house, buck you up and you didn't pull on the drawers and you in a big trouble. Because he gonna point at your face. You understand? You just scratch out there, you might touch my bus behind you, you might get away. You understand? You say like, way low down. You understand? Because it's a lot of trials and tribulation, even your household. You might not have food to feed your family. You understand? All these things. You understand? You might bills might come upon you and you're studying how I going to pay these bills and all these things. All this shit, because the time is about to shit is about to pop off. Because right now, everybody balling in Trinidad right now, they have no money to buy food, they have no money to buy fish, they have no money to buy chicken. What going on in Colombia right now is an uproar. People fed up, people inside and they're fed up, they had to eat. So let's just show you, all hell is about to break loose. The judgment of the Lord is about to come on the face of the earth to take place. We don't live in a normal time no more. As the Esau Edom called it the new normal, which we know is a new world order, the one world order, you know. We knowing that they are coming with their agenda and all hell is about to break loose and the Lord is going to judge 2/3 of our people when he make the sword come down on us. You can't escape judgment when that time come. You understand? So that's why the Lord said in Micah 2 and tell me read it back, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. And how we can destroy you when the Lord come and destroy this place with 2 nuclear fire? Because the more you in this world, the more, because the Lord say, hey, love not the world, neither the things are in it. Because who love the things of the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Focus on things above.
Yeah, can. That's why it say depart. Because when you look at the word depart, it means to separate yourself. You understand? Separate yourself from this world. Right? Because you know if you're connected to this world and you're indulging in everything this world has to offer, then you're not really dealing with the Lord. You understand? The Lord said the beginning of pride is when you start to depart from the Lord. You understand? So if you're proud and not knowing what's really going on, then you just stick for the fire. You understand? You just meet for the fowls and the beasts. As the brother was saying, that is all you really here for. Right? So let me guys precept real fast. Say I get this precept here. And it said to him, yes, sir, okay, bear with me here. Right, yes, okay, precept, because the precept says, to him that overcometh. You understand? I think it's Revelation 2. Right, I would say precept said to him that overcometh. You understand? The Lord will make you escape the second death, right? Going back into it. So when the Lord say to him that overcometh, what the Lord say you're overcoming? The Lord say overcoming the flesh, right? Because that is what we really here to overcome. You understand? And I'm going to have precept in Hebrews first. Because the precept in Hebrews, yeah, just now.
Revelation 3 and 21 was the scripture.
Just now. Let me get the precept in Hebrews. Alright. Hebrews. There's the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, and I'll start from verse 3. It say, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard it? If you understand that scripture, it's very spiritual. It say how you're going to escape if you neglect this salvation. How you going to escape if you never listen to the man of the Lord preaching? How you going to escape if you never watch a video? You understand? Somebody you had the courtesy of a brother talking to you constantly, and you just wasn't taking heed. You understand? Some people act like they're taking heed of this truth, but they're not really taking heed. They don't really care. You understand? So how you gonna escape if you neglect this? This is great, and the scripture even going to say great salvation. You understand? You being saved greatly when the Lord touches on. It's not a normal way. He gonna touch down. You understand? That's gonna be a serious day. As everybody might think about it, to the least, or your mind could just think about it, but the way it's gonna be different, drastic. You understand? So it say, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed by us unto them that heard it. You understand? Which going into the prophets, right? So give out the precept was what? Revelation
3 and 21.
3. Get the Revelation. Going to the book of Revelation 3 and chapter 21. It said, to him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. And that's a Yapa precept. Because if you overcome, you understand, you escape from the second death, what the Lord placed, and then what happened? You get to sit with the Lord. You understand? You get to sit with the Lord. You get to drink wine with the Abashim Yahushai. You understand? And that's a great honor. You understand? Right? So, you have a precept there?
You can read out on
Okay.
21 and 22.
The book of Luke. The book of Luke chapter 21 and 34. It say, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Because you have to take heed. And there's a Yapa precept and all too. You have to take heed with it when you catch yourself, studying money, catch yourself studying work, catch yourself, studying how to get this and how to get that. That is when you start to, become carnal. You start to get attached to this world. And the precept we just read earlier was saying, arise and depart, because this is not your rest. Why you organizing to rest? You understand? Why you organizing to be more comfortable in this place? You studying to work too much. You studying to do too much things. That's why I say take heed to yourself. Let at any time your heart be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. And it go on to say, and so that day come upon you unaware. And there are a lot of brothers who that day gonna come upon them unaware. You understand? They are the ones they gonna be saying, Lord, Lord. You understand? Had we not prophesied in your name, but you didn't really prophesy in the Lord's name, because if you as the scripture say, if you was for the Lord, you would have stayed. You understand? And verse 35 say, for as a snare shall it come on all of them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. And that's what going to happen. It's gonna be a snare unto you. Right? So it's best you focus on, trying to seek your salvation. Focus on looking at what going on around the world. Because a lot of things going on around the world right now that sure is prophecy. It's just you too carnal to understand and to see. You understand? That's why the Lord placed the men of the Lord and we make all these videos and push this word to explain what's going on to you. Mandatory things, that thing coming mandatory. As the brother say, it coming mandatory soon. Soon you have to take it. Soon the mark of the beast coming out same way. Soon that gonna come mandatory as well too. And we're gonna be a position whether you for Yahweh or you for this world. Right? So hopefully this video was edifying. You wanna say Kala Layam, La Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone.
Shalom.
Salutation to the Aki. I'm preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Shalom to the one or two faithful aquas that listening and respecting your husband. We want to say shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the heathens but are of the nation of Israel. We say shalom. On to the next one.
Shalom.